morning, dear students. Hope all of you are doing fine there. Make sure you keep your rough book in front of you so that while watching the video, if you find some important points, you can write down. Watch the video multiple times and read your readers as well so that you can understand the concepts. Before we get into the topic, let me ask you a few questions. Students, what is the meaning of social? Social is relating to society and its organization, isn't it? But what is society? Society is a group of individuals who involve in interactions. Like you stay at home, right? You have different family members around. They are also a part of society. You come out of your house, you meet your neighborhood people. They are also a part of society. You come to school and you meet us. We are also a part of society. You get into your classrooms, you meet your classmates and friends. They are also a part of society. You go to some function, there you meet a lot of people. They are also a part of society. So hope the meaning of social and society is clear to you. Now let's get to the topic. Today let's start with the sociology part of social science, that is chapter 3, social institutions. We know that studying of social institution is very important to know about the society. But what is social institutions? Students, social institutions fulfill the needs of human beings. Needs like the basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, and even to look after the rules and regulation, we need government, right? And security, to stay in this particular place, we need good security. So these are the human wants which are fulfilled by social institutions. Let's see a few examples for social institution. Those are family, human society, friends, culture, school, marriage, religion, religious places as well, and court. Now let's learn about the definition of social institutions. According to Summer and Keller, it is like living beings that have organs and cells, society has customs and institutions. In science, you might have studied what are the important roles played by the organs of our body, cells and internal parts and everything. The same way, Summer and Keller says, like how our body organs and cells are important in our body, the same way society has customs and institutions. Now let's see the features of social institutions. The first point is universal. That means social institutions are universal. It is present everywhere. Social institutions are found in all the parts of society. Understand? It is as old as the human civilization. Then the family, then marriage, schools have always been the part of society with the necessary changes. The second point is social institutions have rules and regulations. Social institutions have always regulated the behavior of an individual. In case of the violation or breaking up such rules and regulations, such members have been prohibited from the participation. So in a family, the role of elders and the role of younger people are always fixed according to how the rules and regulations have been framed in a family. Let's see the third point. That is, fulfills the basic needs, where social institutions fulfill the basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, personality development and different needs what a human being wants. Such needs have been fulfilled by social institution, where social institutions come together, they get together with coordination, they strive to fulfill the human needs. Next point, written and unwritten rules. Both in social institution, written and unwritten rules have been found, like custom, tradition, values. In such case, rules and regulations remain unwritten. And in schools, courts, government, in such social institutions, the rules and regulations are always written. So the fifth point is interconnected relationships. Social institutions are interconnected with the society. In traditional society, the family took care of the bringing up the child. Upbringing of the child was completely taken care by the parents. In modern society, the role of upbringing of the child is been taken by the school. The children who come to school are from different community, are from different caste, are from different religion. So they can't continue their family customs there or family rules and regulations there. That's why the school or the educational institution put forward their uniform rules and regulations. This is how the social institution and society are interconnected with each other. Let's see what are the importance of social institutions. The first point, medium of culture. Social institutions are the medium of transferring of culture like knowledge, customs, traditions, values through generation to generation. Like your grandparents had transferred their culture to your parents, parents to you, you to your future children. This is how the customs, traditions, values have been inculcated in individual and transferred through generation to generation. This is why social institutions are very important. Next point, fulfill the needs of the member. Social institution, as we have learned already, it fulfills the needs of a human and it also regulates the behavior of a human being. Third importance of social institution, let's see. Define and regulate the behavior of a human being, where social institution educates an individual or makes him know about what is a good behavior and what is a bad behavior. For example, in schools, school teaches you how to dress, how to behave, how to follow the disciplinary rules and regulations. In case you break rules and regulation or violate such rules and regulation, the school corrects you by giving impositions, by politely contacting you and telling it's wrong. In case the mistake is worse, then the school has a right to rusticate the child. So this is how the in social institution regulates the social or the human behavior. Last point, that is provides role to the individual. Social institution assign the roles of the members according to their relationship, especially on the basis of their age.